Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
What is that?
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 41 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down. Just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd and a couple.
Ready, sit on! Here we go, Vegas!
Here's Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There's a nice move. And now the rookie's free. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert. left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing is Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw, Williams. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards to go on second down from the 7.
No touch that. No touch.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's complete. Roma Dunze. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. To the air, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Looking to throw is Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
Try left, get it. Try left, get it. Great, set.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Great, set.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Great, set. Tiger swamp. Hey, easy, 63, bad. Try left, get it. Right there, baby. Delta.
Throwing is Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurts sets up to throw it. These guys running back out of the backfield. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. The Bears take over 1st and 10. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
They'll fake the give, now Williams. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw once more, here's Williams. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Ball drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. They'll try and throw for it here. They'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A 5-receiver set here. It's 3rd down and 5.
63, 63. Crowd left Yeti. Tiger Hornet. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti.
Back to throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 20, 10, and he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 6-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this ball will be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Great, 73, 180.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the gun, here's Williams. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
At
their 49-yard line.
Hey, Silver.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll look to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 37 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing is Williams. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 39 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
Santos lining up for the extra point.
Santos with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Bears 21. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
180, 180. Crowd left, Yeti. Hey, 73, 73.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. There he goes again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Open man down the field. That's Burden. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Defensively well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Got a man and he hits him in stride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith, his 2nd sack of the night. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now. Showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 43 yards.
And the Bears take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Eagles 56. Bears 35. Santos to kick
now
off
after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
This 2nd and 4.
Trimmer.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd down and 4.
Crowd left Yeti. Hey, Silver. Tiger Hornet.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 28 yards. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 65 yards. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Go Silver, ready? Try left, Yanni. Hey. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
No touch.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
No touch.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. And keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll go to Barkley again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Great. Set. Trimmer.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then they're trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Williams going to look to throw again.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense.
Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this 4th quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9.
Alpha. Crowd left Yeti. There. Crowd left Yeti. Get ready to spin.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
63.
He'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bears get a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Great. Set. Hey, take him. Lead. Crowd left Yeti. Go Silver, ready?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Runs through the contact. He's on his way. And a loose fumble. And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.